everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing my February beauty empties. I cannot believe I'm already doing February's empties. I feel like I hardly had anything in this because, the month felt like it was 10 days long. Was it just me? So this is going to be kind of a shorter empties video because I only have 8 products to talk about today, but hopefully the next month I will have finished a little bit more and I can share more beauty empties with you and hopefully get my number up, my monetary value up of my empties, because I am trying to use up more than I purchased this year, as one should. So let's just get right into what I finished. So the first thing I finished was a packet of the eye patches. I only had one left in here, so I only valued it at $1. I think every time I use one up, I typically, if it's a single use item, I just value it at $1. These are from the brand Earth Therapeutics. I do believe up here it says Earth Therapeutics, if you can see that. I ordered these from Ulta. This little box has 5 pairs. I'm like, what are they called? Sets? 5 pairs of under eye patches. The price is a relatively good deal, I think. I bought them a while ago, so maybe the price has changed since I bought them, but I remember it being like $7 or $8, maybe even less than that. So it was a decent deal. But yeah, I really enjoyed these eye gels, eye patches. So I currently have 1 box of these left, but I may try other ones in the future. Some under eye patches are just way too expensive for my taste. So I just thought for a little bit of self-care, this affordable option would work for me. I'm not trying to like reverse damage. I'm just trying to have a little bit of self-care when I do these types of eye patches. So I'm not gonna spend, like Peter Thomas Roth vibes on eye patches. The next empty was really exciting. It was my Anastasia Brow Wiz. So yeah, if you're wondering what this looks like, so this is the side that like rolls up, and then this side with the spoolie actually broke off when we took our trip to Chicago last summer, like the end of last summer. This actually broke off. Maybe you can see it better over here. So it looks like extremely short. When I pulled out my new Brow Wiz, I was like, this is like twice the size. What is going on? But it's just because I've been using this one with no spoolie for so long. You don't realize how much you miss the spoolie. Like once it's broken off, you're like, oh, what did I use? And then now that I have one with a spoolie again, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so used to using like a pencil and a spoolie separate. So yeah, I'm happy I finished this off. I feel like it actually takes me a really long time to go through eyebrow pencils, so I put one in my project pan to do a little test for myself, see how long it actually takes for me to use them. But I feel like I've had this one honestly forever. I bought it back in 2018 along with the one I'm using now at like a 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. I'm finally getting through them, so yay. And also the value of this was $23. I finished up this mini Cover FX high performance setting spray. I don't know if I got this as a sample from Ulta or it came in like one of the last Sephora plays I got. It does have like that little ball in there that like when you shake it, it like jiggles around. I don't know, does that do anything? Does that make it any more effective? This mister was incredibly nice, so if I could figure out, oh yeah, you can open it up. So I'm probably gonna refill this with like another setting spray to take it on the go because I like doing that. I love when you come across these little spray bottles that like you can actually take apart and refill. So the value of this was $2.55. Not sure if I would buy the full size of this because I think it's like a little bit spendy for setting spray. But the mist on it was incredible. So that changes things. Like, I don't want to buy a cheap setting spray with a crappy mist because then it just feels like an awful experience. So yeah, I don't necessarily at the current time want to spend a lot of money on setting sprays. if I was in the mood for it and wanted a good one with a good mist, I would maybe get like the dewy version of this. I've heard really good things about that. So we'll see. Definitely gonna reuse this packaging though. The next sample I used was a sample perfume. So this was the Phlur Ameline, maybe? Yeah, it says Ameline by Phlur, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It could be a different language. I think I actually did the value. I think I actually calculated the value on this because it was listed like how much was in this little tube. The value was $2.88. Woo woo. Perfume can actually get you because like perfumes are expensive, so I really enjoy getting these little samples. They're super nice to either like throw in your purse, throw in your work desk to just refresh through the day, or like travel. I find that these little samples last me a decent amount of time. If I only do like a spray on each wrist, it'll last me maybe up to 2 weeks. Which is pretty good. So I mean, yeah, they're great for travel for that reason. I especially like the ones you can see. Like this one you can't see in it, so like I just had to wait till it stopped spraying. The ones you can see them moving, you know, you can better estimate like, can I go on a trip with this or not, because I actually know how much product's in it. But I really love these sample perfumes. I think they're just super convenient. And they're pretty easy to go through. So like, you know, at one point I literally had like 25 of these collected, and I just brought them to work and like refreshed throughout the day and used them that way, and now I have none. So I thought at the beginning I liked this scent. I was like, oh, I really like this. I'm gonna consider buying the not a full size, but maybe like a travel size rollerball version. But once I continued using it, I wasn't as hot on it anymore. I don't know if it just like kind of changed how it sat on my skin, or if I was using like different lotion to make it smell different. I don't know. I'll read you the notes though. The notes are rose, Italian bergamot, pink pepper, patchouli, and sandalwood. So I don't know. Those sound like things that I would typically like, I think, but the rose, I'm not huge on rose, so maybe that was the thing that kind of turned on me. I don't know. I like samples. If I happen to get the scan, I wouldn't complain, but I don't think I would go out and buy it. My most expensive empty of the month, this was valued at $39, and this was also in my project pan. It is my Becca First Light priming filter. So I tried to scrape as much out as I can. During my project pan, I said I wasn't able to scrape out very much, but after that I did in fact buy a beauty spatula, and I was able to scrape out a little bit more, so she is empty. I liked this. I would only buy it half price. I don't even know if I would get it on like a sale that was more than half price, because I think there are viable drugstore options for this, and even like your moisturizer. I don't think it really does anything like wow. But I do like Becca, and I do like this product, and like it's kind of just like added moisture, so like I did thoroughly enjoy that. Not for $39 though. Then a couple days ago, it's probably like a week ago now, I finished the Clinique Take the Day Off Makeup Remover. So this is just the liquid version. It's like the bi-face one, like that you shake up. This was, the value of it was $4.64. These take me a really long time to go through, and this is the small size. This is 1 fluid ounce. But they take me really long to go through because I typically only use them like with a Q-tip to clean up like eye makeup. That's about it, honestly. Or like hold onto my eye to like wipe off mascara. I never do anything more than these. What more could you do with these? Like I would never remove my whole face makeup with this. I would rather use like a,
what's the word I'm looking for?
I would rather use like a balm type of cleanser, or even like an oil to remove like my whole face. I would mainly use this for just like eyes. So this was pretty slow going. I do have another one of these. And honestly, like if I don't feel like I have a lot of residue on my eyes, I don't use it. So this is not an everyday thing. So I don't typically pay for these. I usually just like get them when they're samples or like point perks or things like that. I just seem to acquire them. So maybe if I have none like down the line, I would buy one, but I seem to just acquire them somehow, which is great because I like this size and I wouldn't want to have a bigger size because it'd be so hard to go through, and plus it means that I'm not spending any money on them. So kind of a win-win for me, but glad I finished this one up. And then I just have some kind of lame end of the month empties because like I said, this month was super short. I have some bigger items that I'm almost done with, but wasn't able to get to them this month. So one of them was a single-use sheet mask from my Tony Moly set. Single-use items, I literally just value at $1. I like these sheet masks, but I'm trying to use them all up in my project pan. So I believe I had one in my last month's empties, and then I have one now, so I've officially used up 2. Only 20 more to go. So yeah, I have a while to go on these, but I really don't intend on purchasing single-use masks in the future, so I'm just trying to use them all up. I do think they are super hydrating though, so I do like to use them, but they're just super wasteful and I'm not really into it. And then the last thing, kind of boring but important, it's Purrel. It's hand sanitizer. So this is another one that I just randomly had found. I don't remember acquiring it ever, but I have it obviously. So this one was a little bit like past expired. It says expiry was August of 2019, so I was like, I'm gonna use this up and just get it out of my collection. I just kept this at my makeup vanity as I was getting ready. You know, you touch like different products and textures and then it's on your hands and that's just a gross feeling, so I don't like that. And instead of washing my hands, because I'm so limited for time in the morning because I just can't ever like stay on my routine schedule, so I'm always behind, so I'm just like, this is so much easier for me to just squirt this in my hands and go. Also help used it up because I had one I liked more in my purse, so this wasn't really working for that. But yes, I use this up. Also, I valued this at $1 just because it's a Purrel hand sanitizer sample. It's fine. So all in all, this month I finished 8 more products like I mentioned. So total I have finished 19 products this year. So this month I used up $75.07 worth, which brings me to a total money used up is $188.95. I did mention in my last empties video I am trying to do like the ultimate reverse rouge type of challenge. Like really, I just want to finish up more monetary value than I bring in. So this month for buying things, I spent $26.10, which is better because last month I spent a lot of money. So my purchase total for the whole entire year is $189.75. So I'm about like $1. I spent about $1 more total this year than I've used up. So I think the month of March is hopefully the month that I will flip that around. I did have to like buy some, I didn't have to buy them. I bought like a kind of replacement item. I have a viable option, but something I really wanted and I didn't buy. Like I waited 3 whole weeks before I bought it in February, so I feel like I did pretty good in February to be honest. But yeah, so I'm hoping March is the month that I can flip those numbers around and get my empties value to be more than my purchases. So we will see how that goes. But that is all I have for my empties for February. Watch out for March's video because hopefully I will have a lot more to talk about and a lot more exciting things to talk about in that video. But thank you so much for joining me on this video today. I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you're at, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.